Davis, welcome to the latest episode. Here we still are on Zoom. Today, cut to the chase. We are talking price. We are talking how we're going to price a property when we have they might say, an unrealistic vendor.
Well, they just don't know what they don't know. You know, it's those classics, don't have to sell, don't need to sell, and not
I don't want to give it away. That's right. Neither do we, Davis, right? Neither do we. But hey, look, we deal with this, actually, let me rephrase that. 2017-18, this was a daily reoccurrence, right? It's almost like, that was the market. That's what we were dealing with. The last couple of years, perhaps not as often as we used to, right? But, we still have a lot of auction passing in. Obviously, me and you love auctions. And, if an auction passes in, the best thing to do, and hands on my heart, that's the best thing to do. You price it. If the price is right, 9 times out of 10, it goes under contract with 24 hours, 48 hours. And if we can get more than their asking price as well, we will get it. And we got plenty of examples, right? But in your words, what are your gold nuggets? What do you say to a vendor to sort of help them realize what they need to do?
Well, it's, some of the scripts, it's funny how they keep coming around. We understand how you feel. Others have felt the same way. This is what they found by putting a price on it. And you have to trust the process. We've gone no price. Now it's time to relaunch. You get another bite at the cherry by putting a price out there. Most times people don't put prices out there. They know the prices are wrong. And they're praying that a PBN or offers over is going to help them post auction or a deadline sale or tender or no price strategy. Because we all know, no matter what happens in a marketplace, quality homes are always undiminished in their popularity, and for a price, every home will sell. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we have to get you in that reaction zone as fast as we can. And then people, Team Diego, can use their leverage skills to drive that price up for you once we get offers coming in post-auction or post-not selling. But it's really, really important we have a number that we can defend. Now, quite often they'll give you a number that is above market value, and that's okay. You've just got to let their price hang in the market for no offers to come through. And then as an agent, every second day you're going, I still love you, but we have had no interest. We've had no inquiry. So clearly your price is wrong. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if I brought you $1.2 million, what might you do? Hell, not going to take that. I understand. I lose no enthusiasm for still trying to get you 1.4 because they've got to believe that you still have belief, right? Yeah. But how close to that number can you live with? And words to that effect. But you got to have trust. You got to have rapport. And also at the start, when you list the property, whatever your no pricing strategy is, or even if you priced it too high, you've got to have the courage that they know this is what's going to happen. But the biggest mistake that I see is people passing property ins and not pricing homes immediately.
But we know why they don't price it, because if the house is worth 1.2 and the vendor wants to put a 1.6 price, even the vendor don't want to put a 1.6 price because they know it's wrong. But I think it's important that these conversations, and it's a little bit too late if you have not given them comparable throughout the campaign. And something that me and you have started at my team, every week we're going to give them a comparable, even if it's not an apple for apple type of property. We are going to give them comparables every week, because once we get 4 weeks down the line at auction night and it passes in, I want them to be sure that they are feeling comfortable that if the property passes in, we're going to price it accordingly to the market. And what's the market? Well, what was it sold in the last 4 weeks? Because most of the time you do an appraisal, you sign it a few weeks later or a few months later, perhaps those comparables are not relevant. So it's too late if you pass it in and then you ask them to put a sharp price, because they're not there yet. So the work starts from the day one when we're listing. And this is not bidding and dumping price. Absolutely not. It's giving the information. We've done a review just before. One of them was 200 grand more than what the vendor kind of wanted for a slightly better property. And some people might say, don't give them the high comparable because then the prices go up. And it's like, no, people are smart. It's the market is the market. Give them the stats, let them know what's happening. If it passes in, if the price is right, bang, it will go on the contract. And if I can get you an extra 10 grand or 50 grand, trust me, I will.
correct. And you can't hide things from people anymore, because then you get caught out and then the trust levels dive. And some of the other ones, Diego, I love, I've spent this amount of money on the property, it owes me this. And some of my favorite lines, I had one last night actually in South Auckland. I said to this lovely lady, Diane, when you built the property, did you build it for resale or did you build it for your own requirements, for you and your late husband? Well, yes, we put in she had stainless steel gates and she had all the bells and whistles and she got it, Cost is not value. Anyway, right. It's just some of the lines that I use quite often. So yeah, get those prices, get them sharp, get them honest. And do I have permission to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear?
That's right. I don't want to insult your intelligent Mrs. Vendor. So let me blah, 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 blah. Hey, guys, I'll tell you what, if you have any request of topics of what we could talk about or share our knowledge, feel free to drop us a line, myself or Aaron Davis. Just let us know. Happy to sort of work with you as well. So would you agree, Davis? We are open book. Anything you want.
Always. And with those headwinds that we're starting to see in the marketplace, all of us have got to have a little bit more courage, because now the market's not going to put energy into the market. It's the agents that are going to have to put the energy and start really giving some good, upfront, honest, be their trusted advisor in your words.
Let's talk about this next time then. Let's talk about this exactly next week, but we are open for suggestion. Please like the podcast, share it with your colleagues. It's free. If you want your money back, we'll give it to you as well if you don't like it, but please listen in. Thank you for watching.
Good words, good deeds, and good thoughts.